Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to another episode of Chefs Know It All. I'm your host, the one and only EdibleDope Chef, and y'all gonna be joining us with another episode of cooking and conversation. Now, I know we took us a week off, but we back from the holidays. Thanksgiving time has passed, but we are going right into Christmas. So let's go ahead and get into what we got going on. First thing first, what we're gonna be making today is hash brown bowl, breakfast hash brown bowl. It's really gonna be more on the brunch side, so I guess like a brunch hash bowl. So we got our ingredients laid out. We got us a little bit of potatoes. We got some peppers. We got some onions. We got a little avocado, but we're gonna use that more for our sauce. That's not gonna actually be in the bowl. Got some eggs whipped up. We got our spinach right here, shrimp, and we doing shrimp. We're putting jumbo shrimp in the hash brown bowl. That's what we're doing today. So let's get into it. First thing first, let's get our fire started. Uh-oh, hold on. There we go. Bam. We got that fire started. And right now, we're just gonna work with this one right now. We're gonna start off with our, of course, we gotta start off with our peppers, onions, and we got a little bit of garlic right here that we're gonna start off with. So we're gonna catch our olive oil. You can also use butter as well. It don't have to be olive oil. Matter of fact, we're gonna use butter instead because I got butter right here. We're gonna get our butter. Not Kerrygold butter this time. We got regular butter. You know, Kerrygold expensive, so we gotta rock with what we got. You know what I mean? So got us a little butter right here. That's a lot of butter. Put that in there. And you want a nice. I like butter, so I'll put a nice amount in there, enough to kind of coat the pan down. It's gonna add a lot of flavor, help put flavor on the onions and the garlic and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get that in there.
You know my problem with butter?
What's that?
It's like I never put enough butter.
What do you mean?
I cut some butter
Mm.
and then I put in the pan, but it gets to a point where it's like, dang, I need to add a little more because the food just burning, not cooking.
Right.
Or like not frying.
You probably burning your butter. That's probably what it is. You don't want to burn your butter because you can, of course, just like you can burn your oil, you can burn your butter. But some people cook with brown butter. That's where you let it kind of cook a little bit, and then it gets brown, and then it kind of puts a nice color on your food or whatever you're making. Like this, we're gonna kind of let it brown just a little bit, not too much, but we're gonna make it do what it do. Cut this thing here on. Hopefully that don't interfere too much with the microphone. I'll try to speak louder. You know what I mean? And I know I be wanting to say that on some of the last episodes. I know I be talking low, but I just always had a low tone. I'm new to this camera thing, so y'all just work with me on this, But I'm working on increasing my voice so y'all can hear me. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're gonna go first with our garlic. Get that up in there first. You know what I mean? Get that in there. Whisk it around. We don't want to burn our garlic either. So right behind the garlic, we're gonna go with our onions. Toss those in there. And mix that up. Man, I ain't gonna lie, it's already smelling good. Butter, onions, and garlic, that's like a W smell right there. Shout out to my boy Young West behind the camera. He be giving me that young people slang when they be like W mans and W smells and W ingredients. You know what I mean? I get that from them. W dope. That's what we are. Give those a little toss up, you know what I mean? Drop a little onion up in there. Get that. So yeah. And while that's going, we'll also throw our peppers in so they can all kind of cook at the same time. We're not gonna cook them like all the way down. We don't want them like super cooked down and all that. But we do want to cook them until they get kind of flimsy, you know. We just don't want to burn them. So don't burn them. Don't char them. Just cook them down until they get translucent or transparent or whatever the word is. Y'all know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. Add a little salt and pepper. Of course, y'all know I use nature seasoning, but if you want to use salt, pepper, garlic, that's cool. Speaking of that, I had a meal prep recently, last week. I had to cook the whole meal prep. I had to cook 12 meal prep with only salt and pepper.
Only salt and pepper?
Only salt and pepper. I couldn't use nothing else.
You use your seasoning?
Couldn't use my seasoning on the meat or nothing. Only salt and pepper.
Wow.
First time, because she was a bodybuilder, so she was getting ready for show. So her trainer told her nothing but sea salt and pepper. That's it. So I had to do that. That was my first time cooking with only salt and pepper. It was actually kind of cool, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of cool.
So anything you use your EdibleDope Seasoning for, you use salt and pepper for?
I had to use salt and pepper. So it was challenging because it was like, man, how am I going to get the flavor? I couldn't get the color on the meat that I wanted. You know, I mean, of course, to get the flavor because it's salt and pepper, but you know, it's just the presentation. It still made it look good, but it was just like, man, not being able to use my seasoning was kind of different for me. So, but it did kind of help me out, like to learn a new skill, new technique. You know, so if I ever got to cook for a professional athlete or you know a senior citizen or something like that who's on a certain dietary plan, I can accommodate them. You know, so I know how to still build that flavor with what I had. So, you know, it was a challenge, but it was a good challenge. You know what I mean? For sure. Now we're gonna set that over here, and we're gonna swap pans so we can get our potatoes going. And the reason why I'm not gonna throw them in there with that, because I want them to actually like cook down by themselves, and then I'm gonna throw the peppers in on top of the potatoes. And then what we're gonna do when we mix the peppers in is we're gonna throw them in the oven so we can roast it all together. You know, get that nice roast effect on our potatoes. So get us some more butter melted in here. Got our fire up high. And our peppers and onions. You see how we got? See how they're just a little translucent. That's the right texture too. Just a little bit translucent, transparent, whatever the word is. Cook just a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's what we want with them, because we want to be able to taste them. Well, at least I want to be able to taste them in my hash brown bowls. I like to be able to taste the peppers and the onions and all that, because I feel like in a hash brown bowl, you can't have a hash brown bowl without peppers and onions in it. It has to be in it. So all right, we got our potatoes here. I use gold potatoes. Of course, you can use red potatoes. You can use russet potatoes. I chose to use gold potatoes because that's what I had at home. And I just diced them down really little into like these little cubes. I mean, of course, you can do like if you have a food processor or like a grater, you can do that and put them in there and make them like shredded hash browns. But for today, I wanted to do the cube hash browns because I really like those better, to be honest. I like cubed hash browns better than shredded hash browns. So wasted a few potatoes right there, but it's all good. Um, yeah, so we're gonna get those going. And we did blanch these, so you wanna when you do potatoes, you wanna blanch them in hot water, which means just to soak them in hot water and get some of that starch out of there, wash them off, get some of that excess dirt off of there, stuff like that. So you do want to blanch your potatoes in water every time before you cook them, and then you put them in here. Even when you do the shredded, you want to blanch them in hot water as well, and you want to dry them, pat them out dry with a paper towel or some type of a cloth, a dry cloth or something like that. So anyway, gonna salt, pepper our potatoes right here. Give them a little toss around, and we're gonna let those cook right there on the burner right here. Put this in the sink, move our dirty dishes. And we got our shrimp right here that we mentioned. I just got it soaking in a little cold water. I already washed them off, but I like to let it sit and soak in the cold water before I cook them. So first thing we're gonna do, we got a strainer over here. We're gonna strain our water off of them. Just kind of let them drip dry. Put them back in that bowl. And I'm gonna show y'all how we gonna season these things up right here. So again, got a jumbo shrimp, and I got some seasoning that I mixed up when I went to the farm recently. Went to Urban Dallas Farms for they had a homesteading and gardening class. Y'all will see some content on that too. Um, but they let us mix up some natural seasoning. This has white pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, garlic powder, salt, not salt, onion powder, fresh black pepper, and white pepper. So yeah. Oh, and rosemary and oregano as well. So we're gonna use some of this for our shrimp right here. In fact, let me get a glove real quick. All right. We're just gonna sprinkle some of this on there. We gotta mix it up a little bit. It ain't really mixed up. Let me get up in there. Mix it up just a bit. And we don't want to forget about our potatoes. So don't forget your potatoes. Just toss them around a little bit every now and again. And they're already starting to cook because they're getting transparent already. So you know what I mean? I'm just gonna say transparent from now on. I don't know what it is. I think it is too. So I'm gonna use transparent. If it is, y'all correct me in the comments or something. Anyway, so we're gonna season that down with some of this. Oh, we got some fresh kosher salt in here too. That's also in here. Mix a little bit of that fresh. That's some fresh, like not from the store seasoning. That's like fresh out the garden, fresh out the farm. You feel me? Of course, we got our EdibleDope Seasoning. We're gonna mix some of that on our shrimp as well. Throw some of that in there. Mix in a little W sauce, Worcestershire. Throw some of that on there. A few shakes. Got our lemon juice. A couple capfuls, I'll say two. Can do a third one if you want some extra lemon on yours. All right, and we're just gonna give that a good mix, a good old mix up. Try to make sure you got all the shrimp coated with some seasoning. Make sure you're getting that juice, that Worcestershire sauce, that lemon juice. So throw that on in there like that there. And something else I'm gonna put in here. Let me get this started. Get a little fork. Got some chili paste here. It's gonna add a little bit of heat to it. Like I said, I'm doing something funky with it, so y'all bear with me here because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of playing around, doing something new. And again, we're using shrimp on this particular plate, but you can use chicken, you can use fish, you can use steak, you can use pork, breakfast sausage, links, whatever meat you want to use. I just chose shrimp because I like shrimp. So we're gonna make some of that chili sauce, chili, and it's like an Asian chili sauce too. So uh, it's kind of hot, got a little heat to it. Gonna mix some of that in there.
So you remember that word transparent, translucent?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically transparent is just a clear view. You can
Mm-hmm.
see right through, kind of like these windows.
Right.
And then translucent is like hazy, blurry, kind of like when fog be on the window when it's cold outside.
Okay,
That's translucent.
that's a nice fact. Make sure you put that in the video when you edit, so people can know who don't know. Translucent, transparent. I don't know. Am I using that word right? Transparent, translucent. I don't know.
Are you trying to say like see through? Like
I
you can
guess.
see through it?
Yeah, yeah.
Transparent.
Whatever. Transparent, translucent, whatever. I don't care. So yeah. While we're doing that, while bro fixes his camera over here to the right, now see we got our potatoes going, but we're throwing potatoes all over the place. And yes, I'm putting them back because we're cooking for ourselves, so it's not like I'm making it for strangers. And it didn't fall on the floor. The countertop's clean, so we're good. But if you're cooking for other people, don't do that. Just letting you know. So anyway, we got our potatoes. We're gonna mix our peppers in with that. Get my spoon. Got to get all that off there, yes sir. All of that. All right. Set that pan to the side. And now I told y'all we gonna roast this. So let me toss that together a little bit. And then we're gonna get our pan out of here. We're gonna spread that right across here. Matter of fact, yeah. Spread that right on there. Spread it out, spread it out. And oh, blooper. All right, we're back. We had a little technical difficulty when our cameras, messed up, but we got it back rolling. We're rolling on all cylinders. You know what I mean? So where we were at, we had our potatoes. We were about to put them in the oven, so we got those in the oven right here, to where you can, those are roasting. So while that's going on, we're gonna go ahead and mix up our sauce. So the sauce we're gonna do today is kind of like a avocado crema type of sauce. So let me wash this off real quick. It's an avocado crema type of sauce. So this is gonna have some cut avocados, some sour cream, lemon juice, a little splash of W sauce, and what else? Some seasoning, of course. And that's it right now. And some cilantro. We're gonna put some cilantro in there. So first thing, you got avocados. And something I learned how you can keep avocados from turning brown is you squeeze a little bit of lemon juice or lime juice, and it'll kind of conserve them a little bit longer from turning brown. So yeah, we got our avocados in there first. We're gonna get our sour cream. And yes, we got Daisy, so we're doing a dollop of Daisy, a few dollops, you know. So just a couple spoonfuls of that. We might use this whole thing because it's not that big, so might end up, but I don't really need the whole thing. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use the whole thing. I'm not a sour cream guy. I don't eat sour cream on like my nachos or nothing, so go ahead and use it to make this old sauce. All right, sour cream in. Then we gotta, let me wash this off again. Hold on. I don't like just setting stuff down and having a messy station, so y'all gotta work with me on that part. I don't like that. So now lemon juice, a few splashes. We don't want it too lemony. A few shakes of that W sauce to give it a slight smoky flavor. Some of our EdibleDope seasoning. A little bit more EdibleDope. A little nature seasoning. And then we're gonna get some of that fresh cilantro. Man, you gotta love the smell of fresh cilantro, I'm telling you. Amazing. It's not, this ain't come from the garden though, but you know, still fresh cilantro is always a great smell. I'm just gonna tear a little bunch of that off. Throw that in there. And we're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil in there as well. Just a little bit, not a lot. And we're just gonna give that a nice blend. Nice little blend right there. All right, there we go. And let's taste it. See what it's hitting for. Okay. Probably could use a little bit more lemon juice in there. Which I'll go ahead and add that right now. A little bit more lemon juice. Not too much. And then let's just balance that out with a little bit more liquid smoke. A little bit more W sauce. And we can add a little bit more salt and pepper in there as well. Let's give that one. All right, so I heard somebody might be in need of a chef. And if that might be the case for you, then what we need you to do is go and follow us on all your social media platforms at EdibleDope Chef. You can also place your booking at edibledopechef@gmail.com. You can DM us, you can send us an email, and we will make sure we do our part every day to accommodate whatever your party or service may be, whether it be a birthday party, it could be a wedding, it could be a baby shower, or it could be a romantic dinner between you and your loved one, or you could be on your fitness journey and you need something healthy to eat. You can reach out to us for any event catering service, meal prep, meal planning, or anything, any of those needs. We're gonna do our part every day to make sure that we accommodate you for what you need from us. So one more time, we're gonna tell you, follow us, EdibleDope Chef. Reach out to us for your bookings via DM or edibledopechef@gmail.com. Thank you in advance, and let's get back to the show. One more blend, and it should be perfect. You can definitely taste the cilantro in that thing for sure. Now let's see, I'm using a different finger, by the way.
Ew.
Okay, that's gonna give us what we want right there.
That's
We're gonna
it.
set that to the side. Yeah, that's it. Good old avocado crema. That's all that is. That ain't nothing, too special. But it's good though. Trust me. So that's a sauce y'all can use real quick. Sour cream, avocado, lemon juice, salt, pepper, little liquid smoke. Bam. Blend it up. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get into. We got our eggs and our shrimp. Let's check on our potatoes real quick. See how those are doing. Okay. They roasting for sure. We're gonna let them keep going. Up that temperature on them just a little bit. Yeah. All right. So while those are still going, we're gonna get our shrimp and our eggs going. All right, let's turn our fires back on. This time we're gonna turn both of them on. There we go. And this one here. Oh, wasn't on track. There we go. All right, there we go. Adjust our fire, adjust our flame. Because we're not trying to overcook nothing. And to be 100% real with y'all, I forgot my extra burners. So we're running on limited fuel right now. So we're trying to make sure we can get everything done for this episode. Like we said a minute ago, we're going to keep it real. We ain't going to lie to y'all and tell y'all and make it seem like that. I didn't have to tell y'all that, but I just felt like telling y'all that because I want to keep it real with y'all. So first thing first, this one's going to be for our eggs. This one's going to be for our shrimp. So we're going to put a little bit of butter in here for our eggs. And then a little butter over here for our shrimp. A little bit more. Yes, you can have too much butter because it's bad for you. Cholesterol, shit gonna be high. So you can't have too much butter. So don't let nobody say ain't no such thing as too much butter. Yes, it is. Anyway, all right. So I'll swizzle that around. Coat our pan with that butter. And that's gonna help our eggs not stick to the pan as well. Get that one for our shrimp. Y'all already know what that butter gonna do to that shrimp. It's gonna give it that flavor like how y'all like in them boil bags and stuff. And with eggs, one thing I learned with eggs as well, which some of y'all probably know this, but if you didn't know, um, the lower heat you cook your eggs on, the fluffier they'll be. Me, I don't eat eggs like that. And when I eat them, I like them all the way cooked. I want to see a little bit of brown on there, like they cooked all the way. But if you want like fluffy, fresh yellow egg, or not fresh, but fluffy yellow eggs, then this is then you want to cook them on low. So first thing we're gonna put in is our shrimp. Drop in our shrimps. We want to get a nice char on our shrimps. So we're gonna let them cook. We're not gonna cook them all at the same time. We don't wanna over cook them because we want to get a nice colored sear on them. So you want to have your fire a little bit high on these. And that's all we'll put in for right now. We got about, I don't even know how many I put in there, but anyway. All right. We got our eggs here. We're gonna put those in. Turn that fire up just a little bit. That in the sink. Clean as you go. Clean as you go, please. Makes everything run better too. Our eggs right here. We just want to start whisking them. I don't know if y'all be seeing them videos. I've been seeing a lot of them egg videos where people make like it look like a little egg bubble. I think it's an Asian dish. But look like, you seen that, bro? Like
over the rice?
Yeah, they'll make a little egg bubble and put it over the rice and then cut it.
Yeah, I seen that.
Man, that stuff look nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot what it's called. It's like a certain omelet, like Japanese omelet.
Yeah, something like that. But that look,
really good. But
they say it's good, but I guess it's good to people who like eggs like that. But
yeah,
I wouldn't do that. It looked nasty. The presentation, of course, looked nice, but I don't like my eggs runny like that. That just look nasty. So, yeah, I can't do that. But yeah. Would I try it?
Yeah.
Man, I have to tell them they're gonna have to cook that thing a little more for real. I can't eat my eggs like that, bro. I just can't. I might try it if like somebody get it, but I'm not gonna get it and knowing I'm not gonna eat all of it. Nah, I don't even want to disrespect their food like that, you know. Let's add a little more salt and pepper to our eggs, even though we did add some while they were cooking. While they were mixing. Add some more in there. Flip our shrimps over. All right. Give those a nice little toss up. Let those cook. And if y'all see these eggs, man, look how fluffy and yellow they are. That's what I mean by cooking them on low heat and stuff like that. They nice, fluffy, yellow, seasoned and everything. See that? Some of them even got a little bit of brown on there. See that little brown right there? That's what I need on my eggs right there. So I need to know they done. For real.
you want cook.
I want them cook, well done. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do that. And our eggs are done, so we're gonna set them to the side over here in this bowl. Y'all know how to cook the eggs. Eggs don't take that long, you know what I'm saying? Put that over there. Alright. Now for our shrimps. Dang, I didn't bring a bowl for the shrimps. One sec, let me wash one out. Real quick. Boom. Let's get our shrimp in that bowl. Oh yeah. Put that back on. We can get some more butter in there. I obviously did not come prepared utensil wise. Keep having to wash off utensils to do other stuff. Next time I'm come prepared. That's why I'm gonna take a week off. Some more butter in there. That away. More butter. Now, let's get some more shrimp on that fire. Turn that fire up some. Get the rest of these shrimp in here so we can get them done. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't ate all day either, so I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat too. All right, we got those in. We're gonna save that juice from that shrimp at the end. I'm gonna cook it in the pan and just throw it over so it can keep the juices in there. You know what I mean? But for right now, we got that going. Check on our taters. Let's do a little taste test, a little texture test.
Pretty good.
They getting there. Getting there. They soft already, but not all the way. So we almost ready for that. We're finishing up our shrimp right here. I feel like this thing ain't heating up right.
Oh, that's one that's low, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch it to this one. Ding.
Right on time.
So our taters, we're gonna leave them in there. Let the heat keep on cooking them because they already halfway done, so we don't need to start it again. And so that'll be able to be good. All right, now we're cooking with grease. So we're cooking with butter actually, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and flip these. Shrimp don't take that long either, by the way. We're talking about like a minute on each side. And you're good. I don't know if y'all know that already or not, but shrimp does not take that long. It's kind of like when we did the cod episode. How cod doesn't take that long. Shrimp don't take that long either. So you just flip those over. You see we got our pan rolling on this one. This canister about empty, so that's why that one wasn't cooking like it was supposed to. But I'm the type of guy I like to use every bit of that gas out that canister. I want all of it out of there for sure. And this one we can go in and clean this one up so we can get ready to take it out. Get our shrimp done, and we're gonna be about ready to plate. Get this off of here. And like I said, what we're gonna do with those last of those shrimp drippings, we're gonna just throw that in the pan. Hit it with a little bit of lemon juice to help it, help it out. And then we're just gonna drape that over the shrimp. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and put it back in this bowl since it's a bigger bowl. Cramp it in that little tiny bowl. Oh yeah. Like I said, we're gonna cook that down. A little W sauce. And I also got some sake right here. Some sake, which is basically rice wine. And go ahead and put a little bit of that in there.
Rice wine?
Rice wine.
What is that?
It's rice wine.
Never heard of that.
It's wine made out of rice. If you ever had like a shot of hot sake from a Japanese place or something, it's basically like their alcohol,
Oh yeah, we trying that.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. Trust me. We're gonna take that mixture right there and we're gonna just pour that right over that shrimp. Just like that. You can smell the sake. It's actually pretty good. It adds a nice flavor to your meats. Yes, it is Japanese. Yes, I know I'm always doing something Japanese. I know.
We love Japanese.
I love Japanese culture. Okay. I love my own culture too. Love my black culture, love my Nigerian culture. I just don't I haven't gotten well versed into Nigerian, but it's coming. Trust me. We'll have an episode on here where we're doing some Nigerian food for sure.
You've done a fusion of the two before.
We have done a fusion for sure.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So yeah. All right, so we ready now. We are about ready. we're ready to start getting everything to plate. So we're gonna pause real quick, get some of this stuff out of here, clean it up, and then we're gonna be ready to plate it up and get y'all situated and show y'all how this gonna look. So we'll be right back in a minute. All right, y'all. So we're back. You'll see we got everything cleared out and we're ready for the plating process. Y'all see we got all our ingredients. Our potatoes are done. Our shrimp is done. We got our eggs. We got our spinach. We got our cheese. And we got our sauce that we put in the squeeze bottle. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to start off with laying down a little bed of spinach. Notice I didn't cook the spinach because I want it to be super fresh. I want to have a fresh aspect to the dish. So we're going to lay down just a little small bed of spinach in the middle. You know, just a little bit. A little small bed. Not a whole lot. This one kind of got a whole lot. I'm not going to lie. Add a little bit more to this one. So, all right. A little bit of spinach. We're going to throw a little bit of cheese on top of that one. A little bit of cheese. And this is, what is this? This is actually quesadilla cheese. But you can use any kind of cheese. You can use shredded cheddar cheese. You can use Italian cheese. You can use Monterey, mozzarella, whatever cheese you prefer. You can use a mixed blend, whatever. You can do that. All right, so we're going to get that. Kind of make sure your spinach is flat down. And get our potatoes right here. Move that to the side. Get our potatoes. We're going to take down. Place them right on top of the spinach. You know. And for the record, we don't want this plate to be like super pretty. You know, we want it to be a little messy, but still with a little elegance added to it. You know what I mean? So we got our potatoes down. Because this is a hash brown bowl. So a hash brown bowl ain't really supposed to be super pretty. You know what I mean? And we're not doing this for it to be super pretty. We're just trying to teach y'all some, you know, some new skills, some new recipes, you know, stuff that y'all can cook at home. This stuff you can cook for your kids. This is excellent for like a Saturday morning breakfast or something like that with you, the family, the kids, all that stuff. This is excellent for that. So y'all can use this. And again, I'll have, you know, everything in the description. I'll have the recipe and, you know, the amount and all that stuff. Even though, like I tell you all the time, I don't measure. I just feel it, you know, however much I feel needs to be in there. And then you taste as you go. You know what I mean? You taste as you go. All right, so we got our potatoes in there. Sorry, I made a little bit of a mess here. I don't know how I'm about messes. All right. So we got our potatoes down, you know. And of course, you can put more or whatever. I'm just doing this simply for the presentation of the plate. All right, so now after the potatoes, we want to get our eggs. We can just throw some eggs on, you know. We want to keep them in the middle because we're going to put our shrimp around the edge out here. So we want to kind of try to keep everything else in the middle, but it's okay if it like drapes to the side a little bit. Just, you know, we're just trying to keep it pretty. Like I said, if you at the house, you ain't got to do all this. I just want to make it look pretty for y'all on the camera. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm taking the time to make it look like this. Plus, I'm a chef, and, you know, presentation matters. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to see this and actually want to go make it at your house. I want to see somebody tag me in a post like, man, I tried that recipe from your show, man, and my wife loves it or my kids love it or something. I want that kind of reaction. All right. So we got our eggs on there. Y'all see that? Now we're going to go ahead and put our shrimp around the edges. We're going to do about maybe like 8 shrimp on each one. And I'm just placing them around the edge of the plate. Again, this presentation purposes. Y'all don't have to do it like this. I just want to show y'all that I know how to make it look pretty. You know what I mean? We got 7 pieces, so we're going to do 7. I said 8, but I like odd numbers anyway, so we're going to do 7. Lucky number 7. All right. It's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Just like my nephew. There we go. All right. Of course, we gotta spot wipe our plate because we just want it to look pretty. What movie was that? No, I think she pretty. What movie was that? The Wood. That's my favorite movie, by the way. The Wood. You think my sister a hoe or something? Think she a toy? No, I think she pretty. Look at her. Bro not laughing because he don't know the movie. So he young. He don't know. I'll show it to him later or something. Anyway. We're going to add a little more cheese on top. Just a little bit to top it off. A little bit of cheese just to top it off. And then we're going to do our sauce. This is our avocado sauce that y'all saw us blend up earlier. I'm not sure how I'm going to put it on this plate right now, but I'm just about to do something and see how it looks when it comes out. So bear with me here. Okay, I think that looks good. Looks rather exquisite, if I may add. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a few little things of cilantro, a little bunch. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. We're going to just give it a nice little old rough chop. We don't want to dice it up. We just want to give it a little rough chop because who doesn't like a little extra cilantro on this shit? Stuff, excuse me. There we go. We got our hash brown bowls by EdibleDope. There we go. Now, y'all know what time it is now. We're about to sit down, eat something, so we can get up out of here because I'm hungry. Y'all come and join us over here at the table. All right, y'all. So y'all see we got our plate done. Another episode in the tank. Chefs Know It All. Y'all know what we do at this time. We're going to give y'all a little mindful dope to leave with. And today's mindful dope is find your rhythm. Find your rhythm. What I mean by that is what we're doing with this show is I feel like we're really finding our rhythm, our groove with this. You know, getting better at shooting, getting quicker. We got more angles. Getting more creative. And I'm really finding my flow as far as being behind the camera because I'm not really a camera guy. I don't talk much, none of that. So, yeah, find your rhythm. That's what me and bro was talking about earlier today. Just finding your rhythm in everything that you do. And, just don't rush it. Don't rush it. Find your rhythm. Find your stride. And most importantly, just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Because once you find your rhythm, you're good. Like right now, we're good. We rolling. We getting better. We getting more equipment. We're getting more dishes. We're getting more creative. We're about to have a guest next time. Next episode, we will have a guest on. So, yeah, man, I can't stress that enough today. It's find your rhythm. That's the phrase of the day today. So make sure y'all find yours because we finding ours. So again, another episode, Chefs Know It All. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all come back for another episode. And if there's anything y'all want us to make, put it in the comments. If you want to come on an episode, get with us, DM, comment, and let us know, and we can try to get you in here and see what we can do. Most we prefer somebody who has some kind of business or even some kind of knowledge that they can teach people. But like I said, give us some ideas. If you want to come on the show, DM us, let us know. And man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us like y'all been doing. So let's go with us in the new year. Y'all should know about what time it is because we got a background right here, so y'all should know what time it is. So it's Christmas time. So we'll see y'all in 2026. EdibleDope, we out of here.